Right, so that was a goalless draw for Manang Marshyangdi club against Himalaya Sherpa club. Manang Marshyangdi club को धेरै expectations थियो अब Himalaya Sherpa club सँग जित्छ भन्ने खालको expectations थियो. Manang को यो भन्दा पहिलाको match Marshyangdi club सँग पनि draw हुन पुगेको थियो. Manang Marshyangdi club is the giant club, we all know that. History पनि धेरै नै राम्रो छ Manang Marshyangdi club को. So यो पाली Manang Marshyangdi club को performance हरु अलि up down भइरहेको छ. Nevertheless they are unbeaten. अब Manang Marshyangdi club को बारेमा आज मसँग कुरा गर्न एकदम स्पेशल गेस्ट हुनुहुन्छ. उहाँ हुनुहुन्छ Manang Marshyangdi club कै manager Fuja Tope ji. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good.
So how's Nepal being like? Like you have been here for like last year. Also you were here. So how is Nepal treating you?
Yeah, Nepal is not a new place for me,
Yeah.
and I actually finding it peaceful here. So it's a good place. So far, so good.
So you are liking the country.
Yeah.
So you were in here like previously, like in the 2005 and 6. That time also you were here in Nepal. Now again you are here. So why Nepal did you choose again?
Yeah. Actually, after 2006, I've been in India. I've been coaching in different cities in India, and so 2018 I got a call to come to Nepal. So I looked at it that okay, it's a new challenge, and I came to Nepal.
All right. So what difference did you find since 2006 and now in Nepali football?
Yeah, in 2006, like we had more matches to play. Like there used to be the first round and the second round, but now it's just a one-round league, and I think that is because of some setbacks that the country had and the federation had also. But I think gradually they're coming back to the former level.
Okay. So how easy or difficult is to be in Nepal, is to cooperate with the team?
Yeah, the teams, it's not been easy, really, but somehow I've managed to, get things going in the team, and things are going well.
So things are pretty going well. So like to communicate, the language is different here. So like how it is helping you right now?
Yeah, it's so good that in Manang, most of the players speak English.
Okay.
I also understand Nepali to some extent, though I can't speak. So I try to make both sides up and getting things going on.
Okay, so communication is being easy. Now let's talk about the matches that are happening right now in our side Smarak A Division League. Manang Marshyangdi club, we know that it's a giant club in Nepali football. The history is very, very, very good. So like you are the defending champion. Now, what is going on with your team? Like we are saying matches are being up and down, like you've got 3 wins and 3 draws. Talking about Himalayan Sherpa club, it was also a goalless draw. What went wrong on that particular match?
Yeah, first I'm going to say, Manang is going through like a transition period, like it's a new team being put together. So we are actually going to need some time to get things going. But so far so good, we're doing well in the league, but because at least for now we're still unbeaten, and we're still looking at putting up great performances in the coming matches. And regarding the last match against Himalayan Shepherd, I guess we underrated Himalayan Shepherd. So I guess that was what really caused the setback, I should say. And the fact that we also missing some players. Some players are missing in the team because of some reasons which you know.
Yeah, we know that.
So
that also affected the like that gameplay. So did you take the team like you were playing against Himalayan Sherpa club? Like you thought it will be quite easy, we could win over it. So what were your thoughts of that team? Yeah,
I think the thoughts, the thinking in that match was that we thought we were going to have an easy ride on Himalayan Shepherd, but it turns out the other way. Okay. So it happens like this in football. You also saw a red card for your team on that particular match, right? So was the referee's decision was correct as a coach point of view? Yeah, from my point of view, it's a right decision because that was the last man on the field, was heading towards goal, and he was fouled. So I think it's the right decision. The part of the referee.
So you also draw against Marshyangdi club. Marshyangdi club is like being one of the best right now. Like the main thing is that your players are in Marshyangdi club now. They have moved on. Like how does it impact? Like so many players moved together to same club like Marshyangdi club. How are you coping up with it?
Yeah, actually I'm not facing any problem, or I should say I'm not facing much problem with that, you know, because yeah, it happens in football. You know, at times you have a team,
but all together they went.
Yeah, so they went together. So that makes that makes Marshyangdi a very good side, because these are players that have been together for quite some time, 2-3 years like that. You know, so that makes Marshyangdi a very good side. You know, so but still we gave them a good game, and we are supposed to win the game.
So if you have to recall that game against Marshyangdi club, it was one hell of the game, right? Yeah. Like it was like goal back to back. You also scored goal, they also scored goal. So what was the best part of the game from both of the teams? Yeah,
the best part of the game was that it was a draw.
Yeah.
That we that Marshyangdi
that gave us satisfaction to both the teams.
Yeah.
So the gameplay of right now, like you are coaching the team, managing the team, Manang Marshyangdi club. What are the challenges you are facing right now?
The challenges are that it's a new team, new players coming together, and we had shorter time to build the team. So we approached the league in a hurry, you know. So we couldn't. For now, we still have not been able to get the proper rhythm, but we're just looking at, you know, not losing the game and trying to make some points out.
How capable is now the current team squad? Like there are young players also. So how capable are they now, right now? What do you feel about
they are learning very fast. They're developing very fast. And but right now we're having some setbacks. We have some players are out to suspensions, to cards like that. But still, we have to play. That is what the team is all about. We have some backup players.
Okay. So you are just trying to build out with the player like who are playing right now, the young squad of your team. All right. So you've been to Nepal, like you coached before in Marshyangdi club, now in Manang Marshyangdi club. Like how is it feel to coach in Nepal, to be in Nepal, to be a manager of Nepali football team?
Yeah, to coach in Nepal, you know, like I'm coaching out of my country, and it's really a good thing. It's a good feeling. It's a challenge for me, and I guess so far so good. I'm rising above the challenge, I should say.
So you're loving it.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll continue our conversation. For now, we'll have to go for a quick break, and then we'll continue our conversation. All right. For now, let's go for a quick break in name of the game, football.
The name of the game. The name of the game.
Welcome back again to Name of the Game Football. You're watching the show on Himalaya TV HD, and I'm Akriti in the show. Well, Sahid Smarak A Division League bhaइरहेको छ. हामी यो लीगको कुरा आज गर्दैछौँ. आज स्टुडियोमा हुनुहुन्छ मसँग एकदमै स्पेशल गेस्ट मनाङ मर्स्याङ्दी क्लबका हेड कोच फुजा तोपेजी. Welcome again to our show.
Thank you.
Okay, so like how are you feeling right now? You're in my show, Name of the Game Football. I was waiting for this interview since very long time. Finally, you managed. I have to thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, now like next fixture is for Manang Marshyangdi club is 3-star club. Your next arch rival, you know. So two of the giants, two of the biggest giants are
like
playing together. Yeah, they are like It's going to be like El Clasico. In La Liga, there's El Clasico. Like this game is also going to be like El Clasico. So what will be your strategy to play against 3-star club?
Yeah, actually, my strategy I should not speak on air.
Yeah,
because that's a personal thing, you know. But all I would just say is that we apply strategies according to the strength of the team we're playing against.
Okay, so how is the preparation going for it?
Yeah, the preparation is going on well. Like we started yesterday in the gymnasium, and today we had field training. So we still have about 4-5 days to go. 3-star is, you know, one of the biggest club in Nepal. So,
like, how are you taking the club? It will be one of the important match for your club, also for 3-star also. So what are you expecting? How will the game be?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game because after our last game with Himalayan Shepherd, we appeared to be wounded. We're not so satisfied with the last game, so we're approaching the 3-star match with everything we've got, and we're looking at winning the game.
So it's a must win.
Yeah,
it is a must win.
Yeah.
So how do you describe as coach, as a manager? How do you describe yourself as a coach?
I would say, like, in Nepal, there's a difference between a coach and a manager.
Okay.
Like, in the developed countries, in Europe, I should say, or even in Africa, like, the coach is the manager of the team. But it's the other way around here. Okay. So I'm just the coach of the team. Yeah.
So how do you describe yourself as a coach? What is your, like, being a coach? What kind of play are you implementing?
Yeah, like, you're talking about my philosophy of the game.
Yeah, your style of coaching.
My style of coaching. Yeah. Actually, my style of coaching is I don't have a particular style, I will tell you. A dynamic kind of coach. I spring surprises, and I act, I perform according to the strength of the team. Okay. I'm going to approach.
All right. So, like, you're from Nigeria. So then you've worked in so many different countries. You've worked in India, now in Nepal. So you've been to Malaysia as well. So what are the differences you find out? Like, India is our neighboring country. So what is the difference between Indian and Nepali football? What do you have to say about it?
Yeah, the difference for now in India and Nepal is that I think in India there are more corporate bodies. Okay. Involved in the sponsorship of clubs like that, compared to Nepal. But I think Nepal is coming up fast. So I think in the nearest future it will be great in here.
Okay, so, like, in your country, Nigeria, how football is growing? So how football is there?
Like, in Nigeria, it's like football is a culture.
Okay.
It's a culture. Football is everywhere. Like, in every family, you find at least one footballer is there in every family. Like, football is a very big thing in Nigeria. That is why you have Nigerian players all over the world.
So even they play in, like, famous leagues as well, than players from Nigeria. So as you were born in Nigeria, as in your childhood days, how, like, you came into football? How did you choose this sport?
Actually, football was should I say it was inborn. Okay. I can't actually remember anyone teaching me how to play football. So football I think it was there in the family, and it's just like that.
So is there anyone who plays football in the family?
Yeah, my father used to play football, though he's late now. Okay. He used to play football.
So from that you came into football. So how is it being into football, being coaches of, like, different teams?
Yeah, see, like,
life seems to be going good then.
Yeah, coaching is actually a challenge, a very big challenge, especially. But the better part of it, or the fun in it, is that when you get to move around from club to clubs, from country to countries, different challenges, and you try to make up, you try to bring out something good from it. I think that is just the fun of it.
Okay, so you're enjoying the full your life in football. So as a player, which position do you used to play as a player?
I play in the midfield, and I play on the wings.
All right. So what do you think, like, you should, as a coach, like, what do you think is important in a football, like defensive or like offensive, like attacking? Which one is important?
I think the first step in football is defending. You have to defend your house, which is your goal, before attacking. Because if you just go all out to attack without defending, you end up conceding goals. And so first you take care of your home before going out.
Okay, so defensive is the most important part for football. Like, what do you think? Like, how much responsible is coach in the whole football gameplay?
Yeah, see, like in other parts of the world, like in Africa, in Europe, the coach is the #1 man in the team. But I found out it's the other way around over here, although things are changing gradually over here. Okay. You know, but the coach is very important, because if the team does well, the coach gets the credit. And if the team is not doing well, the first person to ask the question is the coach. Okay,
so if the team doesn't perform well, then all blame goes to coach.
Yeah.
So is it right or wrong to blame coach only?
I should say it's not right. Okay. Because before the blame comes, there are lots of things that needs to be put into consideration, which I think putting them into consideration, it's really very difficult. It's very difficult, and at the end you find out most of the time the coach don't have the blame. Okay. But it's just like over here in Asia, I should say, it's just a fixed thing. It's just glued to the mind that okay, if the team does well, if the team is not doing well, the coach gets the blame. Yeah. You know.
So how do you react when, like people blame the coach? Like it happens usually. So how do you react on that?
Yeah, like for me, honestly, sincerely speaking, throughout my coaching career, I've not been on the receiving side. I've not been, I've always been having good results.
Oh, yeah. All right, so you're here in Nepal. So how much you're liking the country? Where is the place that you visited?
Like last season or 2018-19, while I was here, I've gone to quite some places, especially for some tournaments. To Butwal, so many places are there. I can't remember the names right now.
So how much you visit? How much do you like to travel?
Yeah, actually traveling is my hobby.
Okay.
I like to travel, so that is why I've really traveled wide. In my off seasons also, I like to travel, visit places.
So you like to travel over. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you are into football, you are busy in the football, you are busy coaching the team. Besides that, in your free time, what do you like to do? What do you normally do in your free time?
I read books, I watch TV mainly, listen to news, and once in a while I go for a stroll, I go for a walk, go to the mall, do sightseeing, like that.
So you are now used to traveling in Kathmandu, you can go alone, you are being used to now.
Yeah, I'm used to that.
All right, so you are doing a good job here. So what about other international football, international league? How much do you follow them?
Yeah, I used to follow them. I'm a Man U fan.
Okay, Manchester United fan.
Yeah, Manchester United fan, but because of some my busy schedule, let me put it like that, and, I've not been able to follow.
Okay, so they were not going good, but nowadays, recent forms, Manchester is also going very good these days.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they go very good.
So who would your favorite player be in the world?
Ronaldo, I would say.
Okay.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Why Ronaldo?
Because he's just he's a complete player. He's got everything.
Okay. So, who is a favorite coach?
Yeah, my favorite coach used to be Alex Ferguson.
Okay.
But when he left, my favorite coach was Mourinho.
Mourinho. So he's now in Tottenham Hotspurs.
Yeah.
Okay. So how much do you get inspired by Mourinho then?
Yeah, I follow him closely. I know what his philosophies are all about. So I just try to make out something from that.
So he's also famous for defensive football.
Yeah, defensive, offensive, you should say.
Yeah. All right. So now here in Nepal, football is going pretty well. South Asian Games, we saw good performance. They also won gold medal. So how are you seeing the Nepali football right now in the current scenario?
Yes, I used to tell some of the players, especially when the South Asian Games was on, I used to say, look, Nepal has got no excuse if they don't win the South Asian Games. Because I've been in most of the South Asian countries. I know their level of football. And I know football in Nepal, there are more talents here compared to other South Asian countries. And if things are done properly over here, they are just no match.
Okay. So, what do you think will be the future for Nepali football from like this game plays?
The future for Nepali
future
football?
For Nepali football, whole entire Nepali football.
Nepali football has got a future, but the future of Nepali football is in the hands of the administrators.
Okay. So nevertheless, the league is happening, right? So
Yeah.
it's a very good thing. Like the leagues were not happening. Now it's resuming.
That's a setback, you know. So now they need like for the national team to have a good standard. Like they need more matches to be played in the league.
Okay.
All through the year. Like the league needs to be extended.
Yeah.
Players get more matches to play. You know, travel out of their zones, home and away situations, and players will develop.
So looking at the current players of like those who are playing in Nepali leagues and teams, how physically strong and fit they are? What have you to say about the physicality of the players?
Yeah, see, Nepali players are naturally strong.
Okay.
The disciplined ones, naturally they have strength. Like for me, I have one belief that I can make Nepali players fit as quick as possible.
Okay.
Compared to other players I've seen in India, in Nigeria also, in other parts of the world also. But I found out that Nepali players, you get them fit within a short time.
Okay, so
which means they have something natural in them.
Okay, all right. So now at last, for your team, Manang Marshyangdi Club. So your expectations is to win, definitely.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say, like, to your fans, to the lovers of Nepali football? What do you have to say?
Yeah, all I would say is that they should keep following us, keep supporting, and we'll keep making them happy. Okay,
so thank you so much, and all the best for your other fixtures. Thank you for coming today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
The name of the game. The name of the game.